What's up, guys? In this video, we have our hands on a DC Multiverse Collector's Edition figure that I have been chasing down for quite a while now. And I'm talking about none other than the Starfire figure. I am really excited to open this figure and review her for you guys. And I think that she is going to be an epic addition to my Titan shelf. Let's get into it. In this video, we're going to be going over three topics: presentation, articulation, and whether or not this figure is something that you should or shouldn't pick up for your collection. First up, let's talk about presentation. Getting a look at the box, we have our standard Todd McFarlane DC Multiverse Collector's Edition box with the window on the front displaying the figure, the card, and the stand, and the accessories that she comes with. Up in the right-hand corner, it says 12 plus, as always. And then we have the McFarlane Toys logo. And up here in the left-hand corner, it says we have 22 moving parts with this figure. Here on the side, we have the DC Multiverse logo, the name of the figure, the number 11, which is the number of figure that she is in the Collector's Edition releases. Here's the back of the box. Really neat artwork there. I love what they did here. Here's the other side of the box. We have more of the same with the logo. And then we have her name, Starfire, DC Rebirth, under that. And then McFarlane Collectors Edition. And the number once again. Here on the bottom, we have the barcode, if any of you guys are interested in that. As far as presentation in the box, she is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to get her out. So let's open her up. Okay, now that we have her out of the box, let's get our first 360 view of the figure and talk about her a little bit. First thing I want to say, just knuckling down on what has already been said previously, she's absolutely gorgeous. I love what they did with the hair, the colors that they chose, the waviness of it. It just looks amazing. And the head sculpt on this figure is one of the best that McFarlane has done so far on a female figure. I also love the colors that they chose throughout the body with the purple and the light color. With the skin tone, I would have gone in a little bit of a different direction. The skin tone is kind of like a milky mustard look, so they could have done a little bit better on that. But that being aside, overall, she absolutely looks great. And we're going to get a closer look at the figure here in a second. But before we do that, let's take a look at the accessories that she came with. Up first for the accessories, let's go over something disappointing that we found out after opening the box. Starfire was supposed to come with a flight stand, and unfortunately, we only received the base of that flight stand. No neck, so it's going to be kind of hard to do a pose with her in the flight stand. But good news is, I do have other figures that have flight stands, so I could just take one of theirs real quick so we could simulate that later in the video. I guess one got by quality control. They're not perfect. They're going to make mistakes here and there, I guess. Up next, she has two of these energy blasts that go around her hands. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, her Collector's Edition card with the stand. Very beautiful artwork there. Same as on the back of the box. Here's the back of the card. If you guys would like to read the data file. I do love how these collector edition figures come with these cards in the stands. It's pretty neat, posing them on the shelf, standing next to these cards. Before we go any further though, if you guys have not yet done so, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for more notifications so you guys can get notified every time we upload new content. And if you guys are liking the content, don't be afraid to smash that like button, and also leave a comment down below and let me know if this figure is something you guys are excited about or something that you're going to pass on. Doing all these things greatly helps out the channel. Thank you. Okay, now we have the figure in hand, and as promised, let's get that up close look at her. See what I'm saying? That head sculpt is absolutely beautiful. The detail in the hair, awesome. Great detail throughout the body. They did a very good job on this sculpt. When I think about what Starfire should look like, and remembering watching the anime with the Teen Titans and everything, now granted, that was a younger version of Starfire. This is what I would think Starfire would look like, though, once she became an adult. This is pretty awesome. They did a really good job on this figure. Now, as she is standing in front of us, this is the part of the video where we will be wrapping up the presentation portion. And it is at this time I go ahead and I like to give the figures a rating based on how good their presentation was. I also do the same thing later for the articulation. And the way that I do my ratings on the figures is on a scale of 1 to 10. So as far as presentation is concerned, I'm going to give Starfire a solid 7.6 out of 10. I would have liked to give her a higher rating than that, but I'm a little indifferent towards the skin color. And I could be bumming just a little bit because, you know, I didn't get the neck with the flight stand. But overall, though, her presentation is very, very good. Very beautiful once again. Awesome. So a solid 7.6 out of 10. Now let's move on to articulation. Okay, articulation. Let's see here. In the head, she has very good range of motion side to side. The hair, which I already figured this, the hair was going to cause issues as far as putting her head back, but that's okay. I like the hair so much, I don't care if she can put her head back or not. She can look pretty far forward, so that's good. She's got good range of motion in the shoulders. She does have torso articulation. She has double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Her ankles are on a ball joint. She does have toe articulation. That looks pretty painful. Oh no, I broke my stuff. Okay. Anyways, looking pretty good with articulation. Good range of motion there in the torso. As I told you guys, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, yada yada. The stuff that we are pretty accustomed to getting. She can do a full split. So that's nice, you know, in case she wants to do like gymnastics or something. I don't know what she does with her free time. She has a hobby, that might be it. Anyways, that's pretty much all we got for the articulation. Let's go ahead and give her a rating based on how well she's articulated. And actually, I'm going to give her a pretty high one. I'm going to say an 8.4 out of 10. I had to dock her just a little bit because of the hair, but listen, I don't care. The hair is a very, very good sculpt, and if we had to sacrifice mobility in the head so she could have that awesome hair sculpt, let's do it. So we're going to give her that 8.4 out of 10. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get her in a flight stand, see what she looks like. Here I've set up a fun scene for you guys to take a look at real quick. We have Cyborg and Starfire in the middle of what appears to be a training session, or at least I hope it's a training session. For all we know, one of these two took the last donut with chocolate sprinkles, and now they have no alternative but to duke it out on the top of Titan Tower in an epic battle. We did do a full review on this Cyborg figure not that long ago, so if you guys would like to check that video out, it is up on the channel now. We were able to get Starfire in a flight stand. We procured that flight stand from Superman, so he is temporarily grounded, but don't freak out. He will be able to take flight later today and resume hero work. Like I said, thought this was a really fun scene for you guys to check out real quick. Let's go ahead and get Starfire back up on the turntable so we can get a final 360 view of her and talk about whether or not this figure is something that you should pick up or pass on. Okay, now that we have the figure back up on the turntable, let's get that final 360 view of her and talk about whether or not you should pick this figure up for your collection. If you guys grew up watching the Teen Titan anime and you love Titans from that, or you love the Titans just from reading comic books and you have been longing for a good representation of Starfire from the McFarlane toy line, then long no more. This is the figure you've been waiting for. The only thing I dinged her on was that her skin color looked like a little milky mustard look, but other than that, she's absolutely gorgeous. McFarlane knocked it out of the park and gave me exactly what I wanted when I heard that there was a Starfire figure coming. I'm very excited to add her to my Titan shelf. With all that being said, absolutely yes, you should pick this figure up. If you're not really into the Titans, they were never your thing, then I guess go ahead and keep your money in your wallet because she is becoming pretty pricey. I picked this figure up for $42 online, but I was seeing people wanting $50 for this figure, and some wanted more than that. So she is becoming pretty pricey on the secondary market. If you are wanting to pick her up, don't sleep on it anymore because if you do, the longer you wait, you're going to end up paying a pretty hefty penny to pick up this figure. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to be here with me and watch the review on this beautiful figure. Until next time, never stop collecting.